Moving on swiftly to Hoffy. I'll start with a couple of fascinating facts about Hoffy. He's the only Scotland player to have a book named after him, The Tales of Hoffmann. I googled this the other day after Lichi gave it to me, and it's some old book that I've never heard of, but apparently it's a fascinating fact, so thanks Lichi. He's been out for 18 ducks, and he's only beaten in that feat by Dougie Lockhart and Colin Smith. This is an amazing one. He's the top career strike rate of any Scotland player, of 109. And the next three on the list are Yasser Arafat, George Bailey and Rahul Dravid. So, Hoffy is the most laid-back opening bowler I've ever met. He would never say a bad word about anyone, and he would never hurt a fly. Although I'm sure Abdul Samad of Canada might have something to say about that. I'm referring, of course, to Hoffy's shoulder barge in 2007 when I think he momentarily forgot that he was playing cricket and thought he was in a WWF ring and mistook Samad for a WWF opponent and administered the world-famous Rockhampton shoulder barge on him. Hoffy loves food, WWF, The Simpsons, boxing, shadow boxing, boxing plants, Larry Holmes, a boxer, playing air guitar, Slayer, Metallica, Megadeth and any other heavy metal band you can think of. As a batter, Hoffy is very destructive and loved hitting big whooshkas. I was on the wrong end of Hoffy once when he scored the fastest SNCL 100 against Carlton at the Pigeon Coop of 35 balls. But Hoffy's bowling is what he'll be remembered for. As a bowler, he was a man apart. He was a joy to have on your side. He seldom had an off day, and he always hit the spot. He was metronomic in his bowling. He was the hardest ball to face. He always hit the deck and just nibbled it a little bit either way. Just a fraction to either nick you off or hit you on the pads or in the nuts. I'm sure if he'd stayed in Australia and stayed off the Yorkies and the donuts, he may even have ended up playing for Australia. Who knows? And of course, who will forget that final over against Holland in 2007? Holland needed 3 off the last over with 3 wickets in hand, and up steps Hoffy. His first ball he took a wicket. The second ball, there was a run out. And a couple of balls later, Hoffy got Eddie Shifley out, clean bowled, brilliant Yorker, and proceeded to do a lap of the pitch, chased by his teammates, after which he did a Clinton dive, followed by his teammates. He's a truly brilliant bowler, a destructive batter, and of course a crowd favourite. Ladies and gentlemen, Paul Hoffmann.
Come away from the glass a wee bit. That's lovely.
Hoffy, your 3 favourite moments?
Probably the first one that comes to mind is taking 5 for 5 against Kenya, and that was at Abu Dhabi in November 2004. They weren't probably my best bowling figures. I think I took 6 for 12 against Oman, but 5 for 5, I think in anybody's language, was pretty special. So that sticks in my mind. We also won that game very favourably. And I also got man of the match, despite Fraggle scoring about 170, but he threw his bat and Anger one, after his dismissal, so he missed out on the man of the match award there. The second one that springs to mind would probably be the winning the ICC trophy in 2005. Probably the final game there. On a personal point of view, I didn't have my best bowling stats, I think, but from a team perspective, it was certainly the highlight of my career.
Oh. 3-4. Keep the arm up there, 3-4. Time to walk all the way up again.
You happy with that, President?
Delighted, absolutely delighted.
And thirdly, I would have to say the last over against Holland in Nairobi, I think it was, in 2007, where we needed 3 wickets and they needed 2 runs to win, and I managed to get a couple of wickets and a run out and cued some of the best celebrations that I can remember.
Oh, Hoffmann.
You had a mixed game, didn't you?
I did. For the first 10 overs, I was severely annoyed with myself because
I could tell.
I got hit for a lot of 4s, and
Yep.
when I get hit for 4s, I don't really know how to react. So I got grumpy with the rest of the players, and I had to sort of pay them back somehow. So I was really desperate to bowl that last over. I love bowling Yorkers at the death, and you can never go wrong if you bowl full and straight.
Yep. Well done.
Thanks, Mike.
So they're my 3. Probably my fourth was when I lost my temper on a young Canadian batsman who I felt really bad about doing afterwards, but it was a long way into that tour, and I think I was missing the family, and tempers were framing, so unfortunately